Good morning, leadership. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I like this song. I'm not crazy about it. I think we could do better. I think we should get some original music by one of our composers in camp. I know there's plenty of them. So if you know any students who write beats, who assemble music, original artists, I know some of our students play the piano. We need like a 30-second intro that's like our theme music. That would be awesome. I like Coldplay, but you know what? I realize Coldplay is a placeholder for something that one of our students composed. So this is a call to submissions. Submit your work. We'll probably have a panel of judges. If you write music, you know, assemble something original. We have a keyboard, but I'd love to have some theme music. And then once we have it, people know it. Then they know you get your brand out there. Okay, there's all kinds of opportunities. Okay, submit something. Maybe we'll have, what is it, March 16th? Maybe by April. By April, submit. Actually, you know what? April 8th. We'll make April 8th the date that we're going to roll out our new theme song. Because April 7th, we're not going to be on air. Morning Spice is going to return for I don't know, what do you call it? A reunion show? All right. They haven't shot an episode since March of last year or April. Episode 3 wasn't even published or broadcast. It's still like waiting in an iPad or an app. Yeah. So, wow. This is going to be episode 4. And they're going to be broadcasting on April 7th. So Morning Spice, Evan, and Sarah are coming back to spice up our lives for at least one more morning. Long-awaited return. And then the very next day, April 8th, is when I would like to feature our new tune. Unless we have something like clearly, you know, that fits it early. But I think we give everybody a little time to submit. Maybe submit by April 1st. End of day, and we'll have selected and in some judicious manner, which is going to be our new theme song. Wow. Okay, that's the timeline right there. So Tuesday, March 16th, my brother's birthday. So please, if you see me, you know, throughout the day, just remind me, hey, Paul, make sure you call your brother. It's too late to send something, but he doesn't need anything. Okay, thank you. Day 23 of the spring term. You can take 23 days and multiply by 27 minutes, which is about how long each class is. And then you can get the number of hours and then put it in, you know what, okay? So if you want, I mean, that's just time spent in class, okay? Because, you know, the calendar and the clock, we're all using the same index, right? And there's deadlines because, you know, it makes sense. You're going to challenge somebody to do something that you have a set deadline so that people have something to shoot for. We know that having deadlines triggers something in our executive functioning where we have to start to itemize. You know, that's why people, you're taking care of business. So I try to be aware of the time spent and how much time we have, because I think it's a business way to think. And the more the young men and women around me are thinking in those terms, I think that's a powerful place, because nobody can rob you of the truth. The calendar and the clock don't lie. The narrative around it can, oh my God, it's insane. So don't believe the hype. You are the hype. But the calendar and the clock stay the same for everyone on Earth with the particular gravity we have. Wow. But we got a lot to take care of in terms of the storytelling. So we're starting to tell new stories. And I can't help but be excited about restorative justice training. We've been to one training. It was awesome. Thank you, Margot. And she's going to be guiding us through about 3 or 4 more, maybe 5, and get us all trained. And then come September, brick and mortar's open. I mean, I know we got to do it in a safe way and be sensible and, keep the windows open a little bit. Maybe we have a cadre of, leadership sweatshirts or sweaters, because if we're going to be keeping the air, the windows open as we get into the autumn, some cool days. I know they like to jam that heat up, but there's an environmental thing. I think we just equip everybody with a little bit, having some sweaters or something. I don't know. I'm not saying we're going to be in like a walking, freeze or anything. It's not going to be okay. You guys, it's going to be a slightly different environment. That's really, really what I'm trying to say. But the potential for building the schedule and the way we interact and the way we like take care of classes and skills can change dramatically and for the better. Wow. I think, one period each day, right around, we haven't, maybe Margot has decided, maybe she's even stated explicitly, but it seems, I'm not sure which period of the day it is. I know we're favoring around noon, so maybe it's around 7th period, quite frankly, I'm ignorant about the actual set time, but daily we're going to meet in a circle and check in with each other as a community. Like, how you doing? And if you sit in circle enough times with the people, with this, you build a sense of ritual. And when you build ritual, you build community, and you just get to know each other. You get to know how things are done. You start to move like a team. And you tap into things in our imagination and our heart that weren't known before. And I think we're headed somewhere in that direction. If we have, the conviction to carve out one time each day that we do that. And let, Margot's wisdom and the collective wisdom guide what time that should ultimately be. And the academic calendar can wrap around that, through that, in that. I mean, how can, I think that, I understand there's guidelines and people want to be held accountable. Absolutely. I want to be held fully accountable for all of my lessons, all of my time spent in this important work. But clearly there's a flexibility that wasn't there before you told everybody to do this on their couch or in their dining room table or in the local library or a hotspot or a cafe or at a kitchen table with 2 or 3 other, folks. Hey, it's a challenge. It's been no shortage of testimony. I got lots of testimony. Once you ask them to do that, how can you then say, no, you can't have that, 40 minutes or 50, I don't know. Yeah, so we're fully like ready to take a daily ritual. That's exciting. Wow. I can't wait. Okay. I swear to God, I'm waiting for somebody to interrupt me. Ideally, as students, do I call out individuals? Dare I? My co-producer who may or may not have the initials AB. My former host who may or may not have the initials C. Dare I reach out to Casey Muntz? Dare I send out a little invitation right now? Dare I? Dare I? How easy it is. I've got queued up. So Zoom will queue up if they're in their invite box. It will queue up with the code. I'm going to put in C Muntz. Boom. S Sarah Finley 2. I'm going to invite Mr. Apatolo. There's the 2 guests of Morning Spice that I mentioned. I'm gonna invite Shanice. I'm gonna invite Moses Lewis. Okay. I should have sent these earlier, sure. No doubt. Heather DeVerna. Yeah, Heather DeVerna, why not? She's awesome. Matthias Limburger, sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Join leadership's morning talk show live now. So that's not compelling viewing, I imagine, as I was crafting that and sending it. But nonetheless, when you don't have a producer, there's a vacancy. There we go. Let's see if we get any response. In the meantime, it's 9:21. I think I started this on time. Yeah, so it's, yeah, it was right, you know. Leadership's 9:10 wake up call with. I mean, right now it's with me, but I think there's a need. Not even a need. I mean, if there was a need, people would be here, so I don't need it. But I think it's a good thing that a community has a morning broadcast. I mean, with the tools we have now, why not? I think broadcast journalism at Studio One is going to be a morning show. So come on in, get interviewed, and then we'll put the interview out, you know, whoever. So if you're interested in being interviewed, if you're going to be at the brick and mortar, book a slot. I'll be in on the 23rd, or maybe, God, I got to talk to Georgia and Bill and Marcella. Because I'm getting my second shot on the 22nd on Monday, and that's when schools are when we're back in business, you know. So it might be a couple days later, depending on how I feel with that second shot. Okay, I'm feeling strong, but kind of bracing myself. All right, so, but when we're back, maybe I'll put up a schedule. If you want to be a guest and you're in the brick and mortar, you know, sign up. I'm gonna circulate a either a spreadsheet or a survey or something to, hey, if you want to be a guest on Leadership's 9:10 wake up call, we're taking appointments starting Wednesday, March 24th. Okay, if you want to be a guest on March 24th, it'll probably 9:10 is when we'll start. We'll do it in room 212, Studio One. Okay, right in the back of, okay, the turtles are right there. Everyone, yeah, it's going to be great. Okay, so if you're interested, the first appointment will be the 24th of March. Okay, and then beyond that, if you want to come on, if you want to speak your truth, we got a 15-minute morning talk show. All right, let's get that music queued up. Evidently, the fish were not biting today, but that's okay. The fish are not going away. Okay. What do we got here? Yeah, okay, it's gonna rise up. So if this were an original student soundtrack, right? The beat would start coming up, right? Could even, right? They have their name here on, start promoting their brand. Boom. You guys have a great day. Reach out if you need anything. You're awesome. Peace.